I have invested some more money into Sorare, and to be precise, it is enough to buy this Cristiano Ronaldo rare card and this limited Lionel Messi card, both GOATs. So today I'm going to show you how you can pay money in Sorare without spending a fortune on transaction fees or gas fees, whatever. What players I'm going to buy, because spoiler, I did not buy the two GOATs. I got myself a new rare team. And as always, I hope you can take some valuable advice and tips from that. So let's head into it. Welcome back to Sorare. This is our club now. In our wallet, we see I paid in 2 more Ethereum, a little more than 5,000 euros. It was like 5,600 when I paid in. But in general, why did I do that? Because we can check the price of Ethereum. Ethereum was at over 4,000 euros back in early December and late November 2021. And since then, it's been dropping all the way down to now 2,400 euros. I bought in a few days ago around right here, 2,700 or so. Now it's been dropping even more. You can never know about that. But in general, I think I already made a good deal because I'm pretty sure it will go back there. No financial advice or anything, just my personal opinion. And in Sorare, you always pay in Ethereum. So in my wallet here, I own Ethereum, and that just shows the current price in euros, dollars, pounds, whatever. So if Ethereum rises, then my wallet will also rise. It's always good to buy in on Sorare when Ethereum is low. Just simple, basic Sorare logic. Anyway, I don't want to convince anyone to buy Ethereum right now also. None of my business. Just explaining to you why I invested more money into Sorare now and not earlier. And how did I do that? That's very important because there's actually several methods here to invest money into Sorare. And last time, the first time I paid money into Sorare, a few months back, I actually used this here Coinbase wallet, which is a crypto wallet. I had Ethereum there and I invested it into Sorare from there. And that was really a painful lesson actually, because I had to pay like $100 or more just in transaction fees. And that hurt a lot, but I learned from this. I will never ever again pay in on Sorare using that. Instead, now there is 2 methods that you can use without any transaction fees for right now. There's like a promo, you don't have any fees. I paid in with Ramp. You can pay in with your normal credit card, bank account, whatever. And here you also see if I want to pay 100 euros into Sorare, that gets me this amount in Ethereum. 100 euros is all you pay, fees included. So there is some very, very small fees, but in comparison to paying in with your crypto wallet, if you have one, then you will always have to pay the Ethereum blockchain gas fees. Very complicated topic. Just keep in mind, you will pay way less fees paying in with one of these methods, and you can also pay in with your normal bank account. These 2 methods are 0 transaction fees, or like close to 0, very, very small. If you want to pay in on Sorare, make sure you use one of these 2. It's just smarter. You're gonna save yourself money. Technical part ticked off. Now let's get to the fun part. Which players am I buying now with those 2 Ethereum? It's gonna get tasty. I actually have quite a few teams competing. Most importantly, I have my all-star rare team. You know that team? Then, very, very important for me, the Champion Europe Limited team, which is my Mind Stack. All-star Limited. I put most of the regular players, Musa Diaby, Paul Lopez, Frenkie de Jong. I did put Kike and Catania from the Spanish League casual team. Don't really care. And the other teams are not really important for now. Challenger Europe, I have my Krasnodar team. They're not playing. I'm just putting them in to get experience. But what you see here, I have in Limited all-star team, Champion Europe team, and also Challenger Europe team. I have the Zenit St. Petersburg team. I just didn't send it in this time. They're not playing either. I have in Rare all-star team and the Challenger Europe team. But what I'm still looking at is a Champion Europe team in Rare. That is only top 5 leagues in Europe. Rare. Very nice rewards to be won there. I don't have that yet. And I'm looking at a stack, meaning a full team out of 5 players from the same club. That's what I'm looking at. I'm gonna buy one in this episode. The team that I'm looking at is VfL Wolfsburg. And you might be wondering right now, why Wolfsburg? They're shit right now. Absolutely, they are. They're playing an incredibly bad season for their standards. We're in the UCL this season because last year was great. Now, they're so disappointing, literally. They won the first 4 games, and since then, they've won 2 games in 15 matches. So they are literally in the relegation battle. But I just think that this is the time to buy these players because they have a set of amazing players still in their team, and it's only a matter of time for me until there will be a turnaround. And even if not, none of these players that I'm looking at will go into Bundesliga 2 with them because they're just class players. They will go to better teams. You know me, I always buy players and teams that are currently rather bad or injured or whatever, not in the hype at least. So Wolfsburg for me is a perfect choice to go in right now since most of these players have already gone down in price a lot. And let me show you who I'm looking at. First of all, we have Koen Castells, undisputed goalie. He's also the second goalie for Belgium. He is right now around 1,400 euros. Best offer is 2k though, so I will have to see if I can get him for this price. You should always rather look at the Ethereum price anyway. So he used to be at like 0.65 Ethereum. Now he's gone down a little bit, especially this year. I like this, you know, last 5 worse than the last 15 and 40. That means he's on kind of a form low, just like the whole Wolfsburg team. So no Wolfsburg team possible without their starting goalie. Then the defenders, Maxence Lacroix, also undisputed for Wolfsburg. He is 21, played an amazing breakout season last year. 1,000 euros right now, a little bit less than 0.4 Ethereum. Here we have to admit in the last months, he rather rose a little bit, but I think that is still considerable because even though the team sucks, he just puts up decent performances still. Of course, he was way better here when Wolfsburg was still good, but I think he can get back here. Also, maybe gets a transfer to a better team. And even that is still fully okay for the fact that Wolfsburg are so bad. So having him in is also a must for me. We'll have to see how much I can get him for. Then the next defender is Sebastian Borneau. Also young lad, 22 years old, came to Wolfsburg this summer from Köln. Had difficulties in the beginning, but now is starting to become a real key player for them. Also here he rather rose, but I think it's still a good option because he's simply still only 400 euros, a lot of money. But might become a key player also for the Belgium national team in the future. I rate him a lot, so I'm gonna go with him as well. Then my midfielder, Maxi Arnold, Wolfsburg's captain, Capitano, plays every single minute almost. And you can see he also dropped in form. Past 40, 56 on average, amazing. Then step by step, he scored less points. Again, Wolfsburg phenomenon, but he still gets solid points. I mean, that was incredible again, but here it is still okay. He cost around 800 euros, and here it's very remarkable that he massively dropped. In euros, okay, this one I don't want to consider, might be dodgy, but he was like 1,400 euros in November, even in Ethereum. For those Sorare experts, they always tell me, show it in Ethereum. From 0.35, more than that, he's at like 0.28 right now, so he considerably dropped, and Ethereum dropped as well. So in euros, his price is way lower. I need to get this guy as well. And finally, my striker is undisputed Wout Weghorst. Having difficulties right now. Last season he was amazing. This season he's out of form. We have to say that he's out of form, and only 800 euros. I say only because he was far over 1,000, 1,300. Also in Ethereum even, he dropped 0.35 Ethereum now. He's 0.3, so he dropped a little bit, and that is very rare to see in 3 months for a starting striker that he's dropping. But he's simply not in form anymore, at least when we compare it to right here where he shot 60, 70, 80 points on a regular basis. Now it's rather those 40s, 50s, but I have trust that he's gonna get back to his former self. Overall, adding up those prices, it is a very expensive team, but I mean, I didn't pay in 5,000 euros to Ethereum for nothing. I think this team has a ton of potential to get me points and to also rise in price. I'm gonna evolve into Negotiator Fiago again now and try to get some good deals, and we'll be back for you once we have this team. Oh my god, this was harder than expected. It took me 5 days to complete my Wolfsburg team. I was actually hoping to get all of these players within 24 hours and then be able to record the rest of the video, but now here I am 5 days later and still in the same clothes. I'm just kidding, I have like 180 of these turtlenecks. And not the topic of the video. Let me show you my team. How much did I pay for the players? Did I get some good deals? And what is my plan with the team? Here we go. Let me introduce you to Fiago's Wolves. The easiest one to get by far was actually Sebastian Borneau. For the young Belgian defender, I paid 0.165 Ethereum. I think that is very much okay. I got him slightly under the current market value. I'm happy. First of all, I have to note that within these 5 days that it took me to get this team, the price of Ethereum dropped even more. Somehow I jinxed it, I don't know. But at some point, it was even below 2,000 euros. And that meant that the player prices in Ethereum generally rose a little bit. So most of the cards here, we paid a little bit more than expected in Ethereum, but still less or the same in euros. Next one, Capitano Maxi Arnold. I had to pay 0.3 Ethereum for him, almost double the price of Borneau, but still a solid deal for him in my opinion. It's fully okay. In general, most of these I got good deals. Just one of them I think I slightly overpaid, but you'll see later. First of all, Wout Weghorst, 0.315 Ethereum for the Dutch striker. So Maxi Arnold and Wout Weghorst were pretty much the same price. Here with Weghorst, I actually bid on him, whereas for Borneau and Arnold, I purchased them from other managers and negotiated on Discord. But for Weghorst, I bought him directly from the new auctions market, bid on him, and I won that bid. Then the guy that I am most proud of in this team, Maxence Lacroix. I'm so happy to have this guy, because at 0.4 Ethereum, I think it is a great deal. It was really tough to get him, because he's not listed very often on the market. I had to text so many people, and most of them told me, no, I don't want to sell, I don't want to sell. The demand for this card is really big, and it's very tough to get one. And I did not manage to get him for a reasonable price from any other manager, so I also did a bid here. I bid 0.4 Ethereum from the new auctions market, and I won it. So far so good. Köln Castell's kind of a tricky one. The goalie I had to pay 0.7 Ethereum for. He was by far the hardest to get. I just literally bought him today. The other 4 I had already bought like 2 or 3 days ago, and for this guy I had to text so many people. I initially wanted to pay 0.6 because that's what he's recently been selling for, but no one, literally no one, wanted to give me this card for that price, so I had to pay a little bit more. It's okay. I think I slightly overpaid, but I simply wanted this team, and overall paid a total of 1.88 Ethereum for this Wolfsburg team. That is 4,280 euros right now, and I think for this team is a solid deal, especially considering that had I bought this team 3 months ago, I would have paid significantly more. When we're talking euros, like 6,000 at least, maybe even more. And now I think I have a sick team to send in for Champion Europe in the next weeks. They don't play in Europe anymore, sadly, but in the Bundesliga, I strongly believe that they will turn things around, and then I think these lads can give me a lot of points. And then these lads and me are gonna have a lot of fun together. And unlike normally, I'm not gonna show you my numbers now because I don't want to give a spoiler for the reward that we won last week. That is gonna be in the next episode. And it was amazing. If you check out our Ethereum balance, I bought a team and I still have more Ethereum left than before. Well, that can only mean one thing. I'm going to reveal that in the next episode. Then I will also reveal my full numbers, what my whole Sorare club is worth now, and how far we are still off that 100k. I hope I could help you out a little bit regarding how to pay in money smartly and maybe give you some inspiration for what players to look at. More shopping tours are planned. Let me know your player suggestions. Sorare Fiago is out, and peace.